Welcome back everyone. Today we build Khora with Helminth's Subsume ability. She is great for long survival mission, and even more with her fourth ability augment mod pilfering Strangledome. When the enemies get trapped with her fourth ability, upon death they will drop more loot, so it's great tool to farm resources effectively. Not only that, her first ability is great DPS tool. We can deal hundreds of thousands even millions of damage with guarantee status effects. So, without further ado, let's get to the builds. Before we get to the Warframe builds, first, let's check our melee weapon builds. For her first ability whipclaw is our main weapon. Her whipclaw damage is affected by the mods on our equipped melee weapon. You can check yourself on Warframe wiki which mods we can use on our melee weapon to maximize the damage output. We can use any melee weapon, especially melee weapon with high riven disposition. If you not own good melee riven for her, I suggest use Venka Prime, simply because we can reach 13 combo counts for more critical chance. You can use any damage type you want, but in my case, I prefer using Toxin or without any elemental damage, just using more /mod to get /status effects more often. Basically, if you can proc /status effects more than any other elemental or IPS damage, it will better. The first build would be focusing on more damage by using Mirage Eclipse, Rhino Roar or Volt Shock. By using Volt Shock, we can change damage type and combat from Toxin to Corrosive. Those 5 million /bleed damages I get by using this Riven, while Rhino Roar active. Without Riven, I've tested we can get up to 2 million /bleed damage per tick. Next build is focusing on duration and range of her fourth ability. This build is useful for infested excavation, especially in the arbitration mission. Vanari Bodyguard augment mod for defense against toxin damage, which can kill us instantly if we get caught in toxin cloud attack. You can use any aura mods, arcane and weapons as you like. Please note that we are not using whipclaw as our main weapon in this loadout. If you want to play actively using Khora, rather than just camping in one spot, this Octavia Resonator is great option for more safety. While her second and fourth ability can CC the enemies effectively, this Resonator can significantly reduce enemy attacks, especially when we facing against Grineer or Corpus factions. If you want even more damage, like usual Wisp Breaching Surge can be used in Khora active gameplay. I'm using the same Jaw Sword Riven with toxin damage and could reach up to 800 million damage, but without it, the biggest damage I can see on screen is up to 200 million. Well, maybe you can achieve more damage than I did. The last build for her is using Protea Dispensary, which focusing on first and fourth ability. This build is mainly for farming resources in long endurance infested faction. Vanari Bodyguard is her defense against toxin damage. Repair Dispensary to revive fallen companion, but unfortunately it is not useful in arbitration mission. Combat Discipline and Arcane Avenger to gain more critical chance. This will really helpful to get more often red critical damage, especially if you don't have critical chance Riven mod. You can use any focus school and any primary and secondary weapons as long you equip both primary and secondary dexterity to gain 15 seconds combo duration. In my case I prefer using Ceto with full status chance and Zakti Prime with full status chance also. But, if you're using Panzer Vulpafilla, you can use corrosive status in your weapon. For the companion, I'm using Smita Cavid in Resonator and Dispensary loadout, since that was farming focus build. For the rest build, I'm mainly using Panzer Vulpafilla to spread viral status effects to enemies. There are also some other Helminth's Subsume ability you can try, such as Banish Limbo. When we cast Banish to enemies, their attack won't hurt us, and we also can't hurt them with our weapons. But we can hurt them with our Warframe abilities, and Whipclaw is great tool to inflict damage to them. Well, that's it for now. Thanks for watching, and see you again next time.
trapped in a